Even when discussing a program with 11 College World Series appearances, softball is not supposed to be easy, right? Undefeated Florida playing twice today in its own invitational, having outscored its opposition for the year 74-6. 6-0 Florida taking on UConn for the second straight day. Now, the Huskies went down without a fight last night, but here, top of the second, Lauren Benson to the corner and left. That's an RBI double scoring Lexi Hastings. The Huskies go on to lead 3-0 after 3.5. Bottom four, runners in scoring position for Avery Gales going the other way with it. Clutch hit sends Charla Echols and Reagan Walsh to the plate. Florida back in it, down only 3-2, and the crowd back in it. Same score in the seventh. 2 on, 2 out for Sam Rowe. As in, whoa, it drops in, the game-tying and winning runs score, and the Gators stay undefeated on a walk-off of 4-3. Now, earlier today, Florida played its first game of the season, decided in the full 7 innings. Another come-from-behind victory, 10-7 over Bowling Green. Echols, the go-ahead bases-clearing double in the 5th. Florida pitching surrendered 12 hits in that win.